Hi, welcome back. I've been asked to do another poem analysis, and I've read the poem and I actually like it, and I can understand why someone's asked me to do this one, and it's called The Road Not Taken. And I've actually come out into some beautiful woods, so I'm going to turn my camera around and read the poem, and then I'll give you my analysis on it. So, the poem is called The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be the one traveller. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverge in woods, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Right, okay, so that's an interesting poem, The Road Not Taken. By Robert Frost, and it's one of those poems that sounds simple, but it's actually got a bit of a trick to it. It starts with a man standing in the woods looking at two paths, and that moment becomes a metaphor for life. Every time we make a decision, such as a job, a relationship, a direction, it's like choosing one path and leaving the other one behind. He says he might come back and try the other one, but then admits he probably won't, and that's the truth for most of us. One choice leads to another and another, and before we know it, we're too far down one path to return and start again. You can really undo the decisions you've already made. Or should I say, you can't really undo the decisions that you've already made. So what's interesting is that both paths look the same. Neither was more worn down, neither was less travelled, but later in the poem he imagines himself years in the future telling people he took the less travelled. That it made all the difference. And that's the point. We humans love to rewrite our own stories. We like to believe our choices were special or brave, even when they weren't really any different from the other option. So the poem isn't just about making the right choice, it's about how we look back once the choice was made. It's not actually regret, not like it's not actually regret, it's more like a wishful thinking and a wishful feeling. A recognition that we only get one life, one direction, and whatever path we choose, it becomes our story. So I guess a lot of us could actually see ourselves in that poem, making choices in our life and wishing that we'd made another choice in our life. And would that choice have been any different? Would it have been a better choice? But like you said, if you go back, you can't go back. And if you went down the other path, would you make the same choices? Would you make different choices? Or would everything just be the same, and you would fantasize and romanticize more stories? It's a very interesting poem, actually. So there you have it. That's my analysis, and I hope you liked it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.